Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 13. This was the Makeover Challenge. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this episode, and hit that subscribe button to become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Sandwich Hour on all platforms. Before we do get into this episode, please be sure not to send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video, because that's not what these are meant for. These are meant for us to have a fun time over here on this side of the interwebs, talk about all things Drag Race, and have a cute little kiki. So, with that all out of the way, let's get right on into this episode. Again, we're at top 5 now. So this season is wrapping up shortly. But, spoiler alert, no one went home tonight. How do you feel about that? Were you okay with that? Did you want someone to go home? Let me know down below. For me personally, I think with it being a family makeover episode, I think it's always nice when no one goes home, especially on a makeover episode, especially with families, because I feel like that's such a special moment, and to have someone go home would have just been really sad. So I'm fine with it. Again, we've gone a decent amount of episodes without someone not going home, so I think it's fine. Especially with how far we are in the season, we don't have that many episodes left. I can't imagine, so I'm not too shocked. Usually there's one more where no one goes home, and I think that made sense. Again, it is what it is. Episode starts out with the queens coming back in the workroom after the elimination of Lana Jarre. Live, laugh, Lana. I'm very sad to see Lana go. I think Lana was a very fierce competitor. I do think if she were to come back in the future for an All-Stars and spend a little bit more time developing her drag and all of the above, I think she could do very well. And again, the sixth place placement has had some very fierce competitors in that placement. Monet Exchange on season 10. I think Denali season 13. I think Denali was, or was that Tina? I don't remember. Anyways, some really fierce competitors in that position, and I think Lana should be proud of how far she made it. She's a fierce competitor. Sam is very emotional because she survived the lip sync. This was her first time being in the bottom 2, so she's put a lot of pressure onto herself, and to just feel that all crashing down, I'm sure is what she's going through in that moment. So to survive, make it onto the top 5, fierce, very happy for Sam Star. She's very much a front runner in this competition. And again, I was sad to see Lana go. My God, can I not say names? Lana go, but I was also happy Sam didn't go, Again, Sam Star is emotional. She was in her head a lot for the start of this episode, so I'm happy it was a makeover challenge. I thought that was really great to have family members come in, especially at this point in the competition, just to give everyone sort of like an emotional reset in a way. Well, not reset, but like bringing someone from home, I think, can be a very valuable thing, especially at this point in the competition. So fierce. They're congratulating Anya and Lexi on their win. Again, very happy for Anya and Lexi in this moment. Sorry. And yeah, fierce. Fierce. Anya saying, yes, she has 4 wins, but she doesn't feel like the wins are the only thing that matters at this point in the competition. I will say, in my opinion, Anya's winning the season. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. But then again, we've had queens who have won 4 challenges in a season not win, like Shea Coulee, season 9. There's a whole list I saw. Gigi Good, I think, won 4 challenges. I think Plain did. And Saphira, who neither of them won, I think. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, it's still possible, right? New day in the workroom. Oh, God. Disappear. Ah! StreamYard, get your shit together. Anyways. Oh my God. Hello? All right. New day in the workroom. Work. We're moving on. I don't know how secure this is. RuPaul comes in, introduces a mini challenge. Spill the tea. So we've seen this multiple seasons. Ask a question. Each of them vote for who they would fill in the blank sort of thing. Get some shady moments, some fun moments. It's cute. Yes. Again, it's fun. I don't have too much to say. Ultimately, and then there's one final question which had 5 points, so anyone could win at that point, which was kind of silly. But who should go home next? Essentially, everyone said Jules, except Jules, who said Susie. I don't remember. Anya wins. Congratulations, she wins $2,500. Fierce. All right, so family makeover, right? Sam's mom comes in. I did think it was interesting that the two people in the bottom two, we'll get to this later, are the two people who didn't have who had their fathers come in for makeovers as opposed to their moms. I do think that is an interesting point. Again, I'm not saying that they had an easier time, but I do think it is a point to be said. Susie's mom comes in. Anya's dad. This was an emotional moment. Jules' dad, and then of course we have Lexi's mom, which also I saw online someone on social media talking about how Lexi's mom kicked her out as a kid and like, oh, what's the real story, blah blah blah. And I'm like, first off, we haven't seen the episode. We haven't seen the full episode, so don't make any comments about that. And also, who are you to be making comments about someone else's family life? Anyways, we get into it more with Lexi and her story, with her mom kicking her out, how far they've come, where they are now. It's a really beautiful moment, and I think her story is a very important story to be shared. So I was very happy that Lexi had this moment. Yeah, it's a cute episode. It's fun. People are planning out their outfits, planning out what they want to do, trying on wigs, trying on breastplates, doing all the fun makeover stuff that they usually do on these episodes. We also, of course, get trauma talk because your family members, your loved ones are there. They're going to bring up stories. Production loves it. Sorry. So, we found out about Jules' brother passing away and how her family has handled that. We found out more about Lexi and her mom and the story of her mom kicking her out. Where they are now, the big changes that her mom is actually acknowledging her in her identity, I think is such a valuable and important message to have on the show. This was an emotional moment for me. This was really sweet. And again, I just love that we're getting to know more about all the girls and getting to know their families and their backgrounds and what they've been through. And I think that's what makes makeover episodes, especially with family members, so powerful, because we really get to know the girls and really get fully realized people. Not to say that they weren't before, but we get to see a whole nother side to each of them and hear their stories. And I love a makeover episode. Love a makeover episode. Cute moments. Again, it's a lot of lightheartedness. We have some emotional moments tied in. Susie's talking about her mom and how her mom wasn't always, how do I phrase? She's not as close to her mom as some of the other girls are. And she's feeling a little insecure about that, I think. Again, we also get a moment from Lexi talking about how she's feeling like Susie is the version of her had she not started doing drugs, had she continued on the path that she wanted to. And I get where Lexi's coming from. I also think Lexi is internalizing a lot of shit in that moment. But who am I to judge, you know? We all have our stories, we all have our baggage, we all have everything that we bring in through our lives, and I think that's a beautiful moment to get to share on television. Yeah. RuPaul comes in, does a walkthrough. Pageant moment, cute, cute, cute. Again, salchicha. These are basically one-word summaries. Oh, the hat. Ru. What's the hat? Anyways. Find out more about Anya's dad. Her dad not always being in her life. How important it is for her dad to be in her life now. I love these stories. I think these are important stories to tell. And I love it. Yeah. And also, Lexi's mom acknowledging her pronouns in that moment on national television, that is major. So shout out to Lexi's mom. Shout out to this beautiful moment and Lexi being vulnerable and honest with us and telling us her story. And again, these episodes always make me a little bit emotional. So I was really, really happy with this episode. New day in the workroom, getting in drag. Again, it's lighthearted, fun. We did have a moment of where Sam was talking about her mom and how supportive her mom is of her drag, going to her shows once a week, always being there to support, always being the mom in the room. Excuse me. Meanwhile, she's next to Susie's mom, who has not been as... I'm not saying she's not supportive. I'm just saying she's supportive in a different way. And I think that juxtaposition was a little interesting. They even say at one point, her mom says, "Oh, wow, you're really showing me up." And I'm like, oof. Ooh, I feel like there's some truth to that. And I feel like there's some... Maybe I'm reading too much into that. I don't know. Sam's mom was a hoot. She's a hoot. So, shout out. This was a cute episode. It was a really cute episode. RuPaul, I kind of love this outfit. I don't know. I love it. I love the gold on her. I wish the hair would maybe a little bit different, but she looks gorge. Fab. Oh, on this YouTube channel, we do Fab or Drab. I didn't say that, didn't I? RuPaul gets a fab. Fab. Michelle, you look good. I love the material. I love the hair. The makeup is gorgeous. Fab. Fab. The rotating judge is La Roach. I was so happy to see La back again. I think La needs to be in more episodes. I want more of La. Yes, please. And also, La was a fabulous judge. So, shout out. And then the guest judge this week is June Diane Raphael. I recognize her from something and I could not place it. I'm going to look this up later and then it's probably going to hit me and I'm going to be like, oh shit, I knew I recognized her. And I just couldn't place it. That's frustrating. But she was good. I like her. She's fun. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, category is Drag Family Resemblance. Up first we have Lexi Love and Mimi Love. This is cute. It was a very simple look. I don't know. I did not love this. I did not love this. And that's not a joke on her last name being Love, but it's a bit of a drab for me, unfortunately. I think I expect a lot from Lexi. And maybe that was the factor. I don't know. Excuse me. But for me, it's a bit of a drab, unfortunately. Let me know what you thought down below. I mean, they look nice. I was not crazy about the outfits. Not crazy. Up next, we have Sam Star and Sassy Star. This is really cute. Really well done. Very cohesive. You could definitely see the drag family resemblance, which was a whole assignment. Yeah, Sam Star slayed. She slayed. Yeah, fierce. Up next, we have Susie Toot and Queenie Toot. I liked it. It's not my favorite. I think Law was doing a little bit much. I don't know. I mean, Law's more in the fashion world than I am, so who am I to judge, you know? Like, Law obviously knows what he's saying. So, like, sure. I did not like the Mickey Mouse ears. Did not like the Mickey Mouse ears. I'd rather they've done, like, a wig, like, I don't know, some sort of wig. I wanted something different in the head. Up next, we have Jules, Sparkles, and Salchicha. This was cute. Again, I agree with all where he was saying it was very pedestrian. I think it was very simple. I do wish they had a reveal moment or something to add to it, because I think this is very one note and one dimensional. No shade. But hey, I kind of saw where Law was coming with this critique, and I agree. I agree. Up next, we have Anya Nerve, and oh god, why can't I remember her? Oh god, Anya's dad. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the drag name. That's gonna bother me. Anyways, this was probably my least favorite. And y'all know I love Anya Nerve. Like, Anya Nerve is one of my favorite queens of the season. And I was disappointed in Anya in this moment. But again, everyone needs their vulnerable moment. Everyone needs their bottom two placement. You know, that one moment to show that they aren't always perfect, you know? I mean, not everyone can be Sasha Colby. I don't know. I do think she's a great queen. I love Anya, but hey. Alright, when it comes to placements, RuPaul announces right away that the safe queen, that Susie Toot is safe. Yes, which means Susie Toot safe. Samstar won. Congratulations to Samstar. This is her third win. Yes. Especially after being in the bottom last week, I'm sure she was really appreciative of this moment of the win. Very much making herself another front runner in this competition. Fierce. And then RuPaul announces Lexi safe, which unfortunately means Anya and Jules are in the bottom, and they're listening to One Thing by Marie. Alright. So when it comes to this lip sync, I think they both did well. I did enjoy it. This was another one of my favorite lip syncs. I think Anya brings in a lot in the face, and I think Lexi brings a lot in the energy, I guess, for lack of a better word. They both did very well. I really enjoyed this lip sync. Excuse me. It was fierce. It's fierce, and yeah, I mean, RuPaul obviously agreed, right? Ultimately, it's a great lip sync. RuPaul announces that no one is going home. They're both safe. Again, it's a family makeover episode, so I was very happy no one went home. That brings us to the end of this episode. We are still at top 5. Next week is going to be a headliner performance audition thing. I don't know what that's going to be. I'll be curious to see how that goes. Who do you think is going to be in the top 4, 3? Oh, they might eliminate more than one next week, because they said at least one of you will be going home. So do you think 2 people are going home, or do you think only one person? Let me know. Who do you think will win this competition? Let me know. Oh my god, can I not find my mouse? Sorry. So sorry. There we go. Alright, that brings to the end of this episode. Let me know what you think about all this down below in the comment section. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe, become part of the Samatar community. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Samatar Hour on all platforms. I'll be back here later with another video. Have a good rest of your night or day wherever you are. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Ding!